Did you work directly with Pastor Chris?
Yeah,
One-on-one?
I met him one-on-one, like in front of me.
Hello and welcome again to this YouTube channel, Gospel Tweet. So on this particular one, we have a very fascinating interview of the professional footballer Victor Osihmen of Galatasaray, who was interviewed by Daddy Freeze. So on this particular one, he made mention of the fact that Pastor Chris helped him before he became a professional footballer. He also narrates his humble beginning of a family of 7, him being the last born, him being determined, and how that he dropped out of school because he was sure that his future was bright and he had a 50-50 chance of survival. But the main reason I want to point out here is that Daddy Freeze, who once spoke ill of men of God and called men of God robbers and thieves, that they stole members' money to enrich themselves, has now come on air to say thumbs up or shout out to Pastor Chris because he has a testifier on his interview, which is Victor Osihmen. This is actually a disclaimer to the fact that he lied back in the day where he said men of God are thieves and that they do not help members. So if you're new to this channel, do not just pass by. Kindly like, comment, subscribe if you're yet to, and share. God bless you.
But I think right now, I'm focusing on my holiday to enjoy myself so good.
I can tell. You are everywhere at every party. I'm like, hey, they don't release Victor.
You know, to enjoy myself. And then while I'm enjoying, I'm also reminiscing about the previous season that I had with Gala. And then watching some clips of my goals, the mistakes that I made, the things that I did good. And I think this has really helped me to improve, not just as a player, also as a man. And then hopefully very soon this show will come from me.
As a player, we all know how impeccable you are on the field and off the field. But as a man, what would you consider your biggest challenges or your biggest challenge?
My growing up as, I don't know how to use the right word, but so bad. You understand? As the last born of the family, I see my mom, my dad struggle so hard to take care of us. And this is what a lot of people don't really know about me. And I think it's really private, but I would like to share it a bit.
Okay.
Because when my parent already had 6, then my mom was pregnant with me, and it was really tough. And then when she knew it, she seek like an advice from one of my friend's mom. He's here also, and then and then the lady said, "The God that has been taking care of 6, we take care of 7. I wish you safe delivery." And to be honest, it's a proud thing for me, you know. I think I'm able to carry now the burden of my family to make sure that they're all okay, because the life we were living as at that time was so bad.
Where were you living? Tell us a little bit about Victor Osihmen growing up.
I grew up in one of the largest dump sites in Nigeria, or should I say in Africa.
A dump site?
Yes, like this is the dump site and this is the hood. So the boots, the clothes, me and my friends would get it there.
From the dump site?
Yeah, from the dump site. Sometimes school bags. Yeah, like a lot of things. You know, this expired product, they dump it there. And most of the time, as young lads, we used to go there to take these things. We don't know. We don't have no knowledge about these things.
Expired things like milk.
Yeah, milk, Milo, these things. And then we used to go there to take a lot of this.
You, baby Freeze. I hope you can hear and understand that you are privileged. If he could make it, you have no excuse. Expired milk.
Yeah, so we used to take it, and most of the time we lack water in the community because of the dump sites. You know, the water there are contaminated and everything like that. So it was like living in the slum is just like you just want to be nice. It was so damaged. It was so bad. So while growing up, even we had this problem about the dump site, and then we had problem also where we were living, because most of the time or 99% of the time, the rest of the tenant, we have light, and our room doesn't have light.
Emphasis on room. Were you staying in one room?
There's one room with seven children.
7 children,
with
daddy
mom
and
and
mommy.
dad. And then my mom passed away.
Oh, may her soul rest in
amen.
peace.
She passed away, and then my dad was like, and she was like the one supporting her husband. You know, she had a better job than my dad, but both of them were like very like 5 and 6 cooperating. So when she passed away, you know, I saw my dad for the very first time, a grown man like that. My dad is so strong, even at heart, but this really breaks him because you know, imagine seeing your wife and saying bye, see you later when you come back from travel, and then you get a call after like 4 or 5 days, say your wife slept and she didn't wake up. You know, it was a peaceful, but it was so devastating for the whole family because she was the one supporting us, you know, helping, you know, our husband and everything. So it was so bad. And after that time, challenges upon challenges for my dad. Most of the time, I'm the last born, but most of the time, the landlord sees me going out or coming in, and he calls me and say, "The dad is owing me, you know, some certain amount of money and everything like that." And it's not like he's saying it like in a calm way. He's insulting and everything. So at a young age, I have to, you know, go out on the street to do all kind of job legally.
What kind of jobs were you doing?
I sold gala. I sold pure water.
Traffic?
Yeah, I did conductor. Also,
No.
Yeah, I also did agent for Baba Jebu. You know, it was just doing all this thing just to earn money, just to support the family, because my brother was like also the one taking care of all of us, because he used to sell newspaper at Ojota. So he has a stand at Ojota, and also at Chris Okotie's church, he also goes there to sell. So he was like, you know, I took most of this hustling spirit that I have, I took it from him because he's an hard worker. You know, wake him up 5, 4 o'clock in the morning, he's there. You know, so I attribute a lot of this hustling spirit to him, because he's the one that actually really inspired me to do this kind of hustling, regardless of the job, legally. You know? So as at that time, it was so tough, and he was the one helping us. So then he left to live in Ikorodu. So while he was there, he was still like extending his hand to us. So all of us, like, we have this common goal to make sure that our dad doesn't have anything to regret or suffer. You know, we have to do it. And most of the time, when this what do you call it, Ileya, me and my sister Blessing, we have this time where we used to go to Gidampali. They call it Gidampali. So we used to sell orange to the houses, because they are so keen on this particular fruit. So we used to sell it. Most of the time, we've made a lot of customers that we don't have to hawk around. So we just go to their house and just deliver the orange. So, you know, I find pleasure in doing this thing, because I feel like these are the things that actually give me some sense of belonging, knowing that I work so hard for this and I earn it, you know, in the right way. You understand? So growing up in a community where nothing is promised, you know, is something that is, for me, I feel like, should I say, it's a motivation for me. But as at that time, I wasn't looking at where I was coming from, because I to be honest, I'm not saying this because I'm saying this, but I knew I was going to be so successful. Be it not football or something else. I know that because I have the grace of God, and I put God first in whatever I do. So for me, I was condemned to make it. Yeah, for me, this is how I challenge myself. There were a lot of times where I've cried in my quiet moments, where I've spoken to God, where I've asked God why, because I see the way some other kids in the hood are living. You know, they are like, as at that time, the Dangote of the hood. You know, and mine was so bad, because then I have to fetch water for the whole of, you know, most of the time there's a building in front of my house. The up of the you know, this face me and face you. I used to fetch water for the people there for 18 naira. Most of the time, I would wash gutter, you know, when the green things are coming out, you know. For
The
like
spiral
13
gyra
naira,
in
those,
gutter, you will wash it for
yeah,
30 naira.
yeah, I wash it. You
But
know,
now you are
but,
talking about $30 million. Let's talk about how you went from 30 naira gutter washing to $30 million. How did you get into football?
the community where I grew up, we love football. You know, football is what even brings out the elderly people. You know, we have a place where we call it Diaba. So it's a place, there's a water where you can fetch water, and around the side is a pitch. Like, I think 4 aside or 3 aside. Yeah, you can, how you want, 5 aside, 4 aside, you can play it there. So we love football. Growing up, you must love football there, because it's the only thing that, one of the few things that give people joy in the community. So me, some of my friends, we used to play football. But to be honest, I never thought I was going to be a pro. I was just playing football while doing other jobs.
When you were playing football then, was there anybody that was better than you then, but never made pro?
At the hood that time, they used to compare me, and we're three. But there are also a lot of good players. We're three, myself, Sami, Ismaila. And Ismaila is so good. He plays in the midfield. He's so good. And for me, what led to him not playing football was because when we are not playing in the hood, in the middle of the hood, we go in the primary school. Then government closed the school. So it's like when they shut down the school, the school, for us not to play, they shut down the dreams of a lot of the
So
youth
Nigerian
there.
government shut down the school where talents were being discovered.
Yeah. I think
Wow.
because most of the time, something might happen when you feel like, I'm gonna make I just change, I beg. Because we're all about football in that community. We're all about football. All about football. Most of the time, there are some people that will come want to use these guys for some kind of thing that is not good. They refuse. A lot of them refuse. So when they shut down the school for the football players, a lot of dreams died. Most of them like go to apply for a company job, doing some kind of stuff and everything. So we were like, not even more than, I think, 3 or 4 that actually took the craft outside to make sure we are training, to make sure that we just keep doing what we love to do. So that one day, opportunity, you know, we come. Then at the same time, while we were doing it, most of them are like, the morale was going so down. It was going so down. So I kept on going. I kept on going because football is what I love to do. And I dropped out of school, you know, just to make sure I actualize this dream, because as I was growing up, I realized that there was something that I was really good at, you know, combined with my work ethic and everything. I said that I think I can really do this football. So when I moved to SS3, I just decided
To face football,
to just
going hard.
going hard.
You mentioned Ismaila. Where is he today?
Now he has a football team. He's still passionate about, you know, football. I meet him a lot of times. Most of the time when I go to Lucius, because I used to go there every time. Every time I'm in Nigeria, even if it was three days I'm in Nigeria, I used to go there. You know, to be able to, how should I put it, inspire these people, not just them seeing me on TV, but also in real life, to try to socialize with them. So he's into football also, but he has his own academy.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad he didn't let the government buy his dream, because government is very good at that. Eh?
When I said, you know what, I'm done with school, you know.
You dropped out at SS3.
Yeah, I did. Because it was also like some sort of burden, because it was my sisters that was like taking care of me, which I felt was their duty as at that time. They were the ones
Entitled
and
you.
yes, and they did it so well. You know, stood by me and everything. And then I felt like it was actually time to man up. You know, I'm not advising any kid to take this decision, because for me it was 50-50.
Baby freeze.
You know, it was like a make or break for me. You understand? So I wouldn't advise any kid to drop out of school. But I was so sure of myself. I was so determined, and I knew that, you know what, I'm going to take this risk. It's a risk. But I did. I'm grateful to God. He actually blessed my way. And then after after I finished secondary school, I wasn't playing football for almost 2 years.
What were you doing?
Yeah, I stopped. Because I was literally playing it without, I was just training and just playing, what am I saying? This,
Just playing
like a
small,
machinery.
small, yes.
But nothing was really coming out of it. So I'm like, I needed to support my family. Because they were doing the most for me. You know, even if I was the last born, I think I still needed to help them in some certain way. So I started working in Christembassy. Yeah, I was working for Pastor CHRIS, who's doing some signing up his members for your course. I think it's like something like X.
Did you work directly with Pastor CHRIS?
Yeah, he gave someone the job and then they gave to us.
Oh, okay. So you never met him one-on-one?
I met him one-on-one, like in front of me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I met him one-on-one.
Pastor CHRIS, shout out to you.
I met him one-on-one, and as at that time, it was not just me. Almost like 15 of the guys in the same hood with me. We were working there, and some other guys. So we were like a big agent there. So he used to like give me the machine, and I used to go somewhere to work for him. So I was doing all this job, and then there was a guy. It was someone that I don't really deal with in the hood, because we used to like go back and forth, and is the first son of my landlord.
That your notorious landlord that doesn't let you rest.
His name is.
Is your landlord still alive?
May so rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's someone that we don't really deal with each other. So most of the time, I realize that most of the help you can get is from someone you don't know, someone you don't really
relate with.
So one day he saw me, and he said, "Come." So I was like frowning my face. I said, "Why you don't play football?" I said, "Play football. That nobody's paying me. Well, you know how much my father is owing your dad and everything." He said, "It does not matter. Play football. You're good at this. Just do it." I said, "I don't have boots." I just want to make him end the conversation and let me go my way, you know? And he said, "Okay, if I get you boots and I give you and I pay for your dinner every day, are you going to train?" I said, "Yeah, of course." It's like, "You're sponsoring me?" I said, "Yeah, of course." He said, "Okay, no problem." So he called one of my big friends, is older than me, and he said, "I want you to put an eye on him, because he's someone that we all respect. But me, I don't really associate myself
because of his father."
Not because of his father. Like, I don't. We are not that
close.
You know, close. I'm even closer to their own sisters. Like their sister and my sister, they are very close friends than me and him. So he called the guy and said, "Put an eye on Victor if he goes to training, if he take the dinner." And I said to him, "Okay, you know what? Let's split it. I will get the boot myself. You just pay for the dinner." And he said, "Deal." So I went to Zio Juelegba, they call that place. Went to get boots, two pairs of boots for myself. And he used to like. So our agreement was intact. So I had the place where I was training in TBS, Campus Stadium. So I used to leave from Olusegun to that place every morning at 6. So I have 120, BLT at that time was 120. I would use 20 naira to buy. It was my BLT ticket money. I would use it to buy pop-off in front of my primary school. And then I would use 100 naira to go. I would trek to Ojota. So I would beg the lady that, "Please, I have 100 naira, just give me the ticket. I'm going." I don't know how to come back home. So I would train for like almost 2 hours, 30 minutes. And then after I'm done, I will come back and say, "Oga, I beg, lap me reach Maryland." I will come down from Maryland. So they will lap me the BLT, and I go to Maryland, I come down, I will wait there. The one that is going to Ojota, I will look for someone and say, "Please, I beg, I dey go Ojota, if you lap me," they will lap me. So from Ojota, I will trek to Olusegun.
I wish you could find all those people that lapped you to give
be
them a
honest,
ride in your Lambo.
to be honest. So
From I don't even know what to name this interview. Is it from lap me to Lambo? No, but that's from lap me on BRT to Lambo. Hey,
no, to be honest, if I can, I don't know, but it's a long time, you know. May God continue to bless, you know,
All
those
of
people
them.
that gave me helping hands. So this guy used to ask the person he put in charge of me if I go to, because if I come back, I need to go to the person's house to say, I am back, oh, ready my dinner in the night. You understand? So for me, it was not just about like the food. It was how he spoke to me. You know, how he was able to let that thing get into my head. I'm like, this person is right, actually. Why not try to invest your time into this, into what you know how to do best? And then I started going all in, putting everything, doing like I'm playing Champions League for every game, just a normal game. I hate losing. It's a whole lot for me because I'll be thinking and everything. I think that has really helped me,
in
you
life.
know, in life up to where I am today. Glory be to God. And then I feel like this person, there is no way I'm talking about my story and not mention this person's name. You know, there is absolutely no way. So for me, I think my environment gave me some kind of, hey, wake up. You need to do something for yourself. Because to be honest, poverty is not a good thing.
Have you thought about the fact that maybe if you came from an average home or from a more wealthy home, you might not have ended up as a footballer because you'd have had other things like university, MSc, BSc that your parents are willing to fund for you and all those kind of things?
I think, I don't know. I wouldn't say yes or no, because I think God is the one directing my footsteps, and He's just using me for His glory. Because from where I came from, if you go on the street and you ask 50 people that, who do you think will make it out of this place so big? They will never call my family's name.
Are you serious?
100%. They will never. Do you know what it means? Disgrace upon disgrace. They took out the roof of our house. There was rain. Every time the owner of the house stay on his balcony and talk about how my dad was owing him. Just us. You know,
Where's your dad now?
He's gone. 2020.
Oh, man, were you able to take care of him small?
Most definitely. Most definitely. It was just because I have one regret in my life now.
What?
And my mom wasn't
Never.
able to, never.
Oy.
That's the only thing. That's the only regret. Whatsoever happened, I don't care. Me, I don't care. It's just her. You know, it's just her.
But your dad at least was able to.
Yeah.
You're able to. What did you do for him while he was alive?
For me, I did a lot, you know. Since 2014 that I broke up with the national team, because I started with the national team. You know, I've been taking the responsibility of the family. You know, I told my brother to stop because he's tried enough for us. He's done so much for us. Our big brother has done so much. To be honest, it's not because I'm in the interview. I've told him in person. Even when I broke out, when I became a pro, I've told him, I said, you know what, now, you go stop. You don't try for us. Now, calm down, maybe sit down.
Make last born take over.
And all those type of things. So, glory be to God. Everyone is good, you know. You know how these elderly people are. My dad just liked to be in his corner. So, when I signed for my first pro contract, we didn't tell him we wanted to buy a house for him. I spoke to my brother. I said, you know, say your papa no will come up for that place. Like, you know, you're deep into something. It's hard for people to like pull you. So he also never believed that I'm going to become a pro. And he never watched me on TV. The friends only said to said to him, like, your son, they play ball. Son, the only time you watch me on TV is when we were playing the World Cup under 17 in Chile. My sisters had to take him to our neighbor that has a giant to watch me for the very first time in his life.
Did you win that game?
Yeah, we won. We took the final.
Oh.
So after that time, before we got the house for him, I spoke to my brother. I said, I think we tell him. He said no. He never won't come because he never believed that he can become a landlord. You know, and then my brother strategized everything. We got the house, furnished everything. Everything was good, and we said, come go see something. And then we were able to
take you.
Like from there to Magodo Estates, showed him, and he went on his knees. A grown man was crying and everything because everything was set. His car, the house, everything was there. And you know, for me, it's not about being so. I don't care. I just want to be able to wake up every morning to see that my family has the roof over their head that is theirs. Is a kind of
blessing.
To be honest. To be honest, because even when I went to Abuja, I told you the story already. I was shaking because I know how it is, you know, going there looking for greener pasture and everything, not sure if you're going to make it or not. So it was. Now the story was good, but at that time it was brutal. I was ready at Sule National Stadium. So there was a guy that saw me and said on the 17th, so that time we're coming to Agege Stadium to train. And I'm like, on the 17th, let me quickly go there to see if I can try my luck. Upon getting there, the battalion of players in Lagos, you cannot imagine. So Emmanuel Amunike said, because they are preparing to go to Togo for the Wafu B tournament. And he said, we can't try everyone. When we are going to Togo for the tournament in a week, and after, when you're done, anyone, if you feel that you're so sure of yourself, come to Abuja. Come and do the trial. And if you're good, I will pick you. You don't need to know anybody. That was what he said. And me, I like my comfort zone. You see that,
that hood?
See that hood where they bomb me?
Hey!
I love her like mad. The good, the bad, the ugly. Anything they stop there.
Let me tell you, like one thing I love. I also grew up in the hood. I grew up in Arimo, Ibadan. You know, good no. My dad had a hospital there, so that's where we grew up. If you eat hood food, you know, fit all this in restaurant and nonsense.
100.
Hood food, you go chop and get typhoid the next day. You go chop, you get one dry meat where they call kundi. I don't know if you know a tinko. No. Baba, Ibadan hood na another level because na village hood. This one at least na inside city hood.
I still love it because I used to go back there, you know, to be with them. So when the guy said he would take me to Abuja, I was like thinking. I was actually thinking Abuja. I spoke to my brother. I told my father, and then they convinced me. You know what? Go. So I went there. We drove from Lagos to Abuja, I think 9 hours, if I'm not mistaken. We used to stop on the way to eat and everything. It was fun. It was fun. Upon getting there, saw the massive crowd. It was crazy. And at that time, I was playing as a machinery for one church.
Church, they rent machinery.
No, not football thing. So I was playing for one church. So they gave me this clothes. It's a green, and the socks was also green. That was the only jersey that I had on me. I took with me to Abuja. And then Amunike said, okay, you know what, we still have 3 more days. So the first day I went, we didn't play. Second day, we didn't play. So the third day, which is the last day for him to see all the players, He was just giving 15 minutes. You try it. Just do what you can in 15 minutes. If you're good, you're good. And I could understand he was so tired. He was tired, he was exhausted because the sun and everything. And then we started playing. I scored 2 goals within the 15 minutes. And to me, I understand. And he was like, you know what, you guys should just go. That was what he said. And I was like, thank God. I could go back to Lagos. I was going. I was just saying, that guy on green, that guy on green, that guy on green was me. Come back. The team doctor was with him. Like, he was speaking to him. And then he said, I should go and sit down. He told me to go and sit.
Ha!
That call, come back, that was the turning point in my life. That was how I started a thing called career. I started going so hard. After like a month, I knew that this is not a serious. So, like, people were calling me. Even the guy, the Nuru that I told you, was like calling me. I said, you know, go come back. So I said, for yeah, no worry, he's sure for me. That was what I said to him. It's like, I'm so sure. And then I was like going so hard, doing everything. I started living with some a man and his wife. I don't even know, from Adam. Because where I was staying, they chased the player away from there because they wanted to renovate the place. So it's just someone that
So
I
you
know.
were practically homeless.
Yes. And I had 6K on me.
What year was this?
2014. Early, like around this January 2014. Yeah, during the screening time. Because I remember we played.
6,000 naira.
Yeah, I had 6K on me. So this guy said his brother is, I think Piwoyi, they call it Piwoyi in Abuja. He said his brother has a house that he just built. If I want to join, because he brought in players from, I think, Ilorin. He said he has a brother that is there. He said, if you want, I can join. So we were like, almost like 15 players in their house. But they were so welcoming, this couple. They were so welcoming. They actually embraced us all, you know, like their own. They don't even, I'm so sure they don't know one player there. Just the husband, brother, you know. And then I was staying with them. And if you go to the next training, if you're not picked to come the next day, you leave to your house. So that was how we keep on going. I was the only one remaining in the house. So the lady used to put food on the table. So I was thinking it was the husband's food. I don't touch the food. So I had 6K on me. So I was using that 6K to like morning, afternoon, night, morning, afternoon, night, morning, until money finish. But I still didn't ask them for anything. I was still even like cleaning. I take care of their 2 boys, bathe them, clothe them, take them to school. But I wasn't asking the roof alone over my head is okay for me. I go sort myself out, you know. So one day the lady saw me. I came back from training and she asked me why I didn't eat the food that she has been observing. And I said, and mommy, no vessel. She let me get this food where they put on top dining. He said, yes. I said, I said, I think your husband get it. He said, no. He said the husband they eat inside before him go work. He said, let me get the food. I said, I don't know. And truly, I never knew. 6K titan. 6K titan. Now I tell her, I say, the money even the man now they use the eat it don't finish. Say, man, no worry. She does this hair, yeah. Say, man, no worry. Say, if I need small change, she would give me. I started eating her food. I used to take the kids to school until I was living there for like 2 months, if I'm not mistaken, until I was picked to join the team in the hotel. And then I was thanking this too. I was appreciating them. I said, thank you so much. There's no way I can forget you guys in a rush. Never. I went fast forward to 2015 World Cup. I did everything. So when we won the World Cup, we came back. We were in Abuja. We were hosted by, as at that time, Buhari was the president. I called the lady. I said, please, can I see you and your husband? It's important. He never too ground that time because I never even signed pro. But I make sure, say, I ask them, say, wait till me the challenges. And I say, I told them that see the money where I earn for Nations Cup, World Cup will go play. Wanna take this one. Just to first of all show appreciation. First. And I'm grateful to God that I did this wholeheartedly, like, what do more me? You know, like if someone do good for you, you just have to reciprocate. You have to show back. So God's so good. They are doing well. Inshallah, they are doing well. So for me, it's a whole lot.
Now the rest is the history. We watched it unfold on TV. Let's talk about your injuries. I remember there was a time you were wearing a patch on your face.
Yeah.
What was that about?
We're having 2021 was a game against Inter Milan in San Siro. So they actually crossed the ball. My teammate crossed the ball for me, so I wanted to like
Head.
head the ball. And the guy was bringing his own head, and then his head hit my face. So all the bones got broken. Yes. So actually it was, okay, all funny, but this type of joke that if I slap you, you go see star. I was seeing blank. If you watch the replay, I was raising my hand up like this. It was until their own goalkeeper touched me. That was when I knew I was alive. It was a near-death injury.
Experience.
So I stood up after like 10 minutes on the floor. I stood up directly to the hospital. I was even asking our team doctor that, when will I play again? I never knew the injury was that bad. And then the guy came, they did X-ray, just the X-ray, not even MRI. They did X-ray. And the doctor came and said, from what he saw in the X-ray, I have to do surgery. Yes. And I have to do it as quick as possible. I said, I'm not doing surgery. So I said to them, I'm not doing surgery. Like, you can't cut my face. You can't. I can't do it. I can't allow you to cut my face. Me, I'm managing a fine boy that I think I am. I said, you can't cut my face. And he said, no. They will go through my jaw. Inside like this. So, yeah, I can't eat here for the rest of my life. So they went through my jaw, bring out the
fragments of the...
Took everything out, then saw everything. So, yeah, there's an iron, 1 year, and the other one is there.
You have iron in your face?
Yes. That's the
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
Iron did there.
Yeah. You might know.
Yeah,
I have it there. There's also a mark here.
Yeah.
Mark here.
But more really, she surgery that. Apart from these little cuts here on this side.
Yeah.
And this one I know say na elbow for football.
Yeah, no man.
Once you don't see this, you go know say na footballer. They collect elbow. You understand? So, I don't get, as in, So that time we were wearing patch that looked so fine on you, we thought it was there's
show. No, it was recommended, and the doctor said, left for him. If it's him, he will keep on wearing it till he's done. So I asked him, what's the risk? He said, yeah, if you get the same thing
again,
makes you at this like a hit
to your
someone's head to you, you're done. It's done. Because this was, I will show you the video. It was so bad. It was really bad.
So do you still wear the mask all the time now? Once?
No, all the time. All the time.
And because I know you are not allowed to wear anything in football, not earrings, not jewelry.
Yeah, but you can put on mask to protect your
face.
Yourself. Yeah. There are some injuries that when it's done, you just take them out and you just play normally. But mine is, I don't think there are worse injuries in football, but mine also is, I could lose my eyes.
Yes, now.
It was so bad. So that's the reason why I put on the mask. So I can jump, go head to head, if anyone hits me, they get injured because it's like he's very strong.
Don't worry. Are we recording here? Okay, let's just end here. What do you have to say to the people who look up to you?
I mean, first of all, they should put God first in whatever they do. And secondly, I will just say what works for me. And I hope to work for them also. Because me, I never attribute anything to talent. But the way I work so hard, there are few people in this world of football that will outwork me. It's not anyone. They can call it bragging, but I'm so sure of myself. That's why for every setback that I had in life, that people wrote me off, the way I bounce back is brutal. That's why to be honest, I'm so proud of myself. And if you have talent and you work so hard, that's why Ronaldo is a lot of inspiration to so many of us. You know, so many of us.
You told me a story of you and Ronaldo.
Yeah, I met him. So it's for me.
How did that story go again so that they can also hear it?
So I used to say to my friends, I said, the day I'm going to play, maybe against or with Ronaldo or Messi or Neymar, these are like
legends,
people that I love so much. I'm taking a picture with them. I don't care. Even if we lose 10-0, I don't mind. So we had a game. It was at Juventus at that time. So I saw this guy. I was like, wow, starstruck. I was, oh my God, Ronaldo. Ha. I said, okay, we played the game. We won 1-0. It was going in. And I said to him, Chris, I would like to take a picture with you. He said, yeah, come to the dressing room. He lost the game. And he told me, yeah, come to the dressing room. I quickly ran to my dressing room. I took out my shirt. I didn't even take out my boot. I still had my boot. I ran to the dressing room. It was not up to like 5 minutes. He told me that. Guess where he was?
Where?
In the gym.
After playing 90 minutes?
It was done bad. I was in the dressing room then. Buffon saw me. And he came to me, he hugged me. Amazing person also, Buffon. And he said, what do I want? I said, yeah, I want to take a picture with Ronaldo. He said, where is he? So he was looking for him. And then he went into the dressing room, like to the gym side. And he's like, he's walking out. So just come sit with me. So I sat down with Buffon, like we're just talking. It was almost 30 minutes. It was not out yet. I was waiting. But it was a home game for me. So I can stay 5 hours there. I don't mind. If I finish, I'm going straight to my house. I was waiting. 1 hour.
After playing 90 minutes.
I'm telling you the truth. 1 hour. He was still walking out. After he came, he was sweating. And then Buffon told him, he said, yeah, Victor, come. And he told me to come. I went. He went to sit on the massaging table. 2 physios. Look at this guy's lap. Look at the veins.
Hey!
You think he's 25 years old. As at that time, was massaging. I was standing like this. He said, yeah, come. So he told one of the physio to take a picture. I took the picture. He told me, is the picture enough? I said, I want to take more. So I took selfie with him. And I said, yeah, I'm good. He said, yeah, great game. Just keep on going. That was what he said to me.
In English?
Yeah, he spoke English. Like,
wow.
Very good, fluently. And he said, just keep going. And I choked his hand. I said, thank you so much, King. I called my friends. I said, yeah, when I know they're the same level. Yeah, we are not on the same level. I just snapped with Ronaldo, like, I choke out with him. And they were like, because they know, I used to say to them, so they were like so happy for me, and I sent them the picture. And when I met them, they were like asking me, hi B, how is he?
This is my tiny lap like this, in lap group.
You won't be so when you see, I just saw him like for almost an hour. When you see this guy, does what you do now, nobody's surprised. You know, but he's actually he has a great personality. Has a great personality.